Welcome to our Exploring Southern Utah trip. In this episode, we will check in at the Hands Flat Ranger Station, hike a flat canyon, visit Panorama Point, and camp at Cleopatras Chair, North Point, and Happy Canyon. Good morning. Today is Monday, May 3rd. We are leaving our campsite, which I didn't get any photos of, forgot to do that. And we are heading for the Hand Flat Ranger Station to get checked in, and then we'll be headed down into the maze from there. Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, Canyonlands National Park. Welcome to the Hand Flat Ranger Station. Well, we got the permits taken care of, and we left the ranger station. Right now we're working our way towards the Spur Campground. Definitely need to pick your line through here. My Jeep is not lifted, so I don't have as much ground clearance as Chuck does. Well, we picked a good time to do this because it had rained last week, and so the desert got a whole lot greener. Sure is pretty. And we'll see how we do here. Oh, that's good.
From the videos I watched on the steps, they didn't look that bad. It wasn't as bad as the videos I was looking at for Lockhart Basin.
So right now we're scooting our way down to Hite Spur Campground, where Kurt and David are going to spend the night. Well, those rocks remind me of the Easter Island carved figures. Definitely look like faces in profile. And welcome to Hite Spur Camp. Right now we are headed for a flat canyon to hike it. Okay, time to go up the hill. Coming out of Hite Spur Camp, the obstacle, it looked really bad when we were going down, but coming back up, it was like we were through it and done. It was just amazing. When we were at the ranger station, the ranger was giving us the introductory talk to being down here in this area in Glen Canyon, and one of the things she said was that they have really aggressive crows and mice. So you need to keep your campsite really clean, otherwise they'll invade you. Well, looks like
We'll have some company for the slot canyon.
we're going to see if we can get down into this slot canyon. Okay, we are down in the slot.
Did this earlier.
Yeah, you gotta just forgot it'll leap.
Yeah, somewhere in Utah, definitely.
We are just finished the hike of the flat canyon, and the group is split up. Chuck and I are headed for our campground. I forget the name of it. And Kurt and David headed out to the point to look at the Green River, and then I'll come back to their campground that we were at earlier today. We've got about an hour run back to the ranger station and then to our campground. And it sure is pretty. Well, that's gorgeous. After cruising on the sandy sections, you can be surprised by the sudden slick rock sections. We stop to let another vehicle pass us. That license plate from Maine? I just hit hard on the back.
Okay, just take her slow.
I'm gonna stop and take a look.
Okay.
Well, we made it back to Hans Flat and are now headed for a campground.
You know, they sure don't believe in any signage.
I don't think this is it.
Neither do I. But we might want to look around.
Yeah, I think this is French Cabin. Eventually, we did find North Point Campground. Well, it's a pretty sunset tonight. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, May 4th. And we are just leaving North Point Campground. And as you can see, it's another sunny day. It's about 61. I think the high is going to be around 70. Well, definitely gorgeous views of the mountains here. Well, traveling over slick rock is bumpy. You need to plan carefully or think about where things are underneath your vehicle so that you don't scrape the low-hanging ones on the rocks as you're coming through. We are headed down to French Spring. Not sure what's down here, but we'll find out. Doesn't look like much is down here. So we're going to go back to the left turn we took yesterday and see if we can find the cabin that we saw from the campground. Okay, let's see if this one has the cabin. I think this one is called French Cabin. There's the boiler. So this is French Cabin. That right there, that little roof, is what's left of the root cellar. And this is the cabin. There's a big old water tank here. Looks like they're doing some renovation to the cabin. New boards, old boards, new foundation. Not very big. We are working our way out to Panorama Point and Cleopatras Chair. The views are great. The road is rough. This is an 8-mile run. But it's really slow. The whining that you may hear is my mini freezer sitting on the passenger seat next to me. That rock formation directly in front of us might be Cleopatras Chair. At least it looks like a chair. Had to stop for a minute and check the stuff on my roof. I heard something starting to rattle and found I wanted to strap on the empty fuel can that's up there. Starting to come loose, and so the can was rattling around. Got it strapped down and on the way again. This view. Oh yeah. That's a gorgeous view. I notice you don't have the giant mud flaps like I do on your vehicle.
No mud flaps at all.
Yeah, I hear them rubbing before I hit, and so there's times I wonder, well, was that the mud flap or was that the rock rail?
Yeah, sometimes I think I might put mud flaps on the front, just because when I hit mud, it goes all over the side of the truck.
Well, I got mud flaps on this, and it still goes all over the side of the rig.
Right down the middle of it, really. There you go.
Well, this may be a long, slow, bumpy drive, but the views up here are just incredible. Whoa! Time to get out and take a look at this. I can't see what's down there. Oh. No big deal. It's just a sloping hill. Except I did hit, as you probably heard. Didn't look at that one carefully enough.
There, you're going to want to hug that right side. So keep coming down.
No, I got it.
Okay, now start going right. Okay, further, keep going right. There you go. Just run that straight down.
Thank you. We made it to the Y. Panorama Point is the way we're going. Cleopatras Chair. We'll come back this way. And we're camping over at Cleopatras Chair, but we want to go out and check out Panorama Point first. About 2.5 miles, I think.
A little bit to the right and you're good.
The road has a tendency to disappear as you're going over the slick rock, and if you get a big enough section, I find that I can get confused and say, now am I on the right road? Because it's hard to see the tracks from the people in front of you. Somebody stacked some Karens. So somebody else may have the same problem. Welcome to Panorama Point. And this is why they call this Panorama Point. Pretty much got a 180-degree view.
Hey Larry, you want to stand out on the point? I'll get a picture of you.
Yeah, as soon as I get done here. And then off in the distance is the maze, and the road in the center there is the road to the maze overlook. And you might be able to see the wall and a couple other things that are down in the maze. Headed for a campground at Cleopatras Chair. And it's interesting to get a different view of the road. We really need to pay attention on roads like this. Every once in a while I drift off and, not pay attention as I go over an obstacle and hit on the trailer hitch or hit on the underneath. Driving stuff like this, you gotta pick a line or a route that looks like it's the easier one for your vehicle. Okay, we got about 2.5 miles, is that right? About 2 miles to Cleopatras Chair Campground. Definitely didn't pay attention on that. I was thinking about what time it was. It's too easy for me to get distracted, and either with the camera or looking at the map or whatever and not seeing what I'm seeing, should be seeing on the road. And that's what I get, and scraping is what I get, or bouncing off the skid plate is what I get for that, which is not good. Well, we're getting close. View's getting better. Well, there's Cleopatras Chair right in front of us. I think I'm going to look around a little bit and figure out where I want to put it. My view to the east for tonight's camp is not the greatest, but it will do. Good morning. Today is Wednesday the 5th. We spent the night at the Orange Cliffs Cleopatras Chair Campground. And today we're going to go meet up with Chuck and David over at Panorama Point. We met back up with Kurt and David as planned. Oh, gorgeous view. Yeah, parts of this road are nice and parts of it are very technical.
We're headed out to our camp. Are you going to your camp?
Yeah.
All right. We should catch you tomorrow.
Sounds good. Have a safe journey. Hope you get in before dark.
Yeah, me too.
We're back at North Point Campground again tonight. Good morning. Today is Thursday, May 6th. Stars were really nice last night. Today we are taking a short drive over to Happy Canyon Campground. Let's see what we got on the other side of this hill. Oh, that's nice. Found out that most of the roads out here were put in for uranium mining. Back when that was a hot issue in the 30s and 40s, I think. Well, this is the smoothest section of road that we've been on. And I think this is the meadow that we saw from our previous campsite. I have to go back and take a look at that photo to see how it relates to the mountains around us. So I think that's the LaSalle Mountains. No, I take that back. That's going to be the Henry because we're pointed sort of west. Henrys are on the west, LaSalle's are on the east. Got to pay attention to those things. You get used to doing 30, 40 miles an hour on a smooth road, and all of a sudden there's a piece of rock sticking up like that one. We're going to take a break at the Bagpipe Butte overlook. We're coming out to Bagpipe Butte overlook. While we are here, we also got a view of the Flint Trail that we will be going down tomorrow. You can just hear the engines grinding on their way up.
Yep. You can see how tight those hairpins are when...
Oh yeah. But he didn't set himself up very well to get it around that corner.
No, he didn't take them wide enough.
No. Well, we took a nice break at the Flint Trail overlook. And now we're headed towards our campsite. And also trying to see if we can find a place to get a hold of Kurt and David on the radio. It looks like Chuck is waiting for me at the turnoff to Happy Canyon, which is our campground for tonight. Yep, this road leads to Happy Canyon. We'll let Chuck get set, and then I'll go out and take a look at that step he went down. This is our camping spot at Happy Canyon. Good morning. It's Friday, May 7th. We are just leaving Happy Canyon Campground. And we are headed for the Flint Trail overlook. I'm going to stop there and see if anybody's coming up the hill. And if not, we'll head down. No one was coming up the trail, so we are heading to the start of the Flint Trail. Coming up to the first switchback. Okay, we got another tight switchback. This one is going to take it back and forth. No, Chuck's not there, far ahead of me. We'll do this one as a K-turn as well. It's a beautiful view out there, but it's really hard to pay attention to it just because you're paying more attention to the road. And the road needs a lot more attention than the view does.
How'd you like that?
I did. That was really nice.
Nice because it's very controlled, but it's got a little pucker factor on it.
Yep. Well, that was fun. I like roads like that. Colors in that mesa look kind of nice. Let's see here now. Highway 95, 33 miles. Standing Rocks, Dollhouse, 28 miles. Golden Stairs 2 and Maze Overlook 12. Ecker Butte and Miller Canyon. So we are going towards Highway 95. Right now, Kurt is working his way back from Dollhouse. So I guess we're going to meet him at the turnoff to Dollhouse. We are working our way along the side of a mesa. We worked our way around that point on the mesa, and now we're going out on the next point. And we'll just keep wiggling our way out to the point, and then back to the canyon head. Okay, we are dropping down. Ooh, dropping down a long ways. Real nice looking green flat out there. I think that's where we're headed. Well, down on the flat. Should be just about to the intersection where Chuck is going to be parked. Oh, they're both there. Now that we met up with Kurt, we're headed for Hite. We'll get gas there and then continue on our journey. And we expect to meet up with Bruce at the hideout. Boy, is that pretty. Looks like we're going to be headed back up into that canyon to make a loop. Gotta be real careful coming over those rises. And we're through that set of mesas into another area of mesas. Looks like a big hoodoo off the right of the mesa in front of us. Ooh, we got a standing rock too. Nice. one on the right looks like a candle. The top got a base candlestick. It looks like the flame is blowing off to the right. Wherever you look, there's just an incredible rock formation. Big old canyon to our left, which is why we're going all the way back up to the mesas and coming back around. They're pretty amazing. And that's a canyon we worked our way around on the other side. There's the rock walls again. They are thin. Tall and thin. Kurt, after this drive, I don't miss seeing the wall at all.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, the rock formations in the maze are nice. At least I hear they're nice, and what I've seen in the pictures, they're nice. I didn't get to see them on this trip, but coming back on the road to Hite, this is just great. The roads are a whole lot smoother than going out down into the maze. Hey, there's Chuck. Reading the signs. Okay, after a brief stop, time to head to Hite. Okie dokie. And if you don't want to drive dirt roads, you can always take the pavement through this area. Looks a little breezy here. We passed the turn to get into the backcountry and need to turn around.
End of the guardrail, right at the end of the guardrail.
We are working our way back to the place we are planning on camping. Looks like we're in open range. Ooh, man. We're now in the Monte La Salle National Forest. We turned off the main road towards a dark canyon looking for a place to camp.
You guys go ahead and pick a spot you want and I'll fill in.
This looks like a good spot to set up camp. In the last video in this series, we will visit some bridges, see some arches, and get up close and personal with some ruins.